Welcome to my Vision News, another video for you. First news story is from Qatar. Morocco made history 2 hours ago. Secondly, Eritrea, where Kenyan president departed Asmara today. A joint statement has been issued by Kenyan and Eritrean governments after William Ruto's visit of Eritrea. Thirdly, we know that at the start of this year, Ethiopia was suspended from AGOA, African Growth and Opportunity Act, under which some Ethiopian products had tax-free access to American markets. Ethiopia was removed from AGOA for human rights abuses committed during Tigray conflict. Now, Ethiopia wants a reinstatement, but reportedly, U.S. government has laid down one condition for reinstatement of Ethiopia in AGOA. And lastly, viewers, we have a clip for you from Oromia region, where we know that in East Wellega this week, hundreds of thousands were displaced due to violence in East Wellega. We have a clip for you showing hundreds displaced in East Wellega. Firstly, viewers, Morocco made history today. It beat Portugal. Cristiano Ronaldo's team could not score a goal. Morocco won, Portugal nil. Morocco has made it to the semi-final stage of Football World Cup. Two teams already qualified. Yesterday, we know that Croatia and Argentina qualified. Now Morocco has joined them. And last quarterfinal between England and France underway. So four teams will be joining Morocco, Croatia and Argentina for semi-final stage. Morocco is the first African country which has managed to reach semi-final stage of Football World Cup. That is why Morocco played well today, especially the header by Moroccan player was amazing. Ronaldo was seen crying with wet eyes when he left the pitch. Entire Africa seems to be standing behind Morocco, as if it is Africa versus Europe, Africa versus rest of the world competition. Emotions running high in Africa. So I find it hard to understand why people link sports and nationalism, sports and Pan-Africanism, sports and patriotic ideologies. Sports is just sports. Just enjoy it and appreciate who is playing well. Secondly, viewers, Kenyan President William Ruto concluded his visit of Eritrea today. He was seen leaving Asmara. Isaias Afwerki said goodbye to him. He welcomed him as well yesterday. Isaias is known for receiving his guests warmly. We have seen that on two occasions this year, Hassan Sheikh visited Eritrea. And on both occasions, Isaias was there to receive Hassan Sheikh and to say goodbye to him as well. Same happened in the case of William Ruto. Joint statement has been issued by the two governments. What did William Ruto achieve from this visit? The two countries have agreed to abolish restrictions on visa requirement to visit the countries. It means that now Eritreans can visit, they'll be able to visit Kenya without visa. And same in the case of Kenyans visiting Eritrea. The statement mentions cooperation for regional integration and for regional peace and stability. I personally think that Eritrea will play a key role in the fight against Al-Shabaab in Somalia, because Eritrea is training Somalia's forces, air, naval and land forces. Somalia shares border with Kenya. Al-Shabaab is a threat to Somalia, obviously, and to Kenya as well. Al-Shabaab fighters, they regularly enter Kenya, they attack Kenyan territories, Ethiopian territories as well. So now when Isaiah's trained force is going to take charge in Somalia in coming months or years, it means that Eritrea will have tremendous reach in areas close to Kenya. And secondly, SAS has influence in Ethiopia too. So William Ruto tried to form relations. He tried to develop ties with Isaias Afwerki because he knows that Isaias Afwerki has now managed to enhance his influence in this region. Otherwise, no important announcements in the joint statement. One important announcement, and that is visa-free travel to and from Eritrea to Kenya. Eritrea to Kenya, Kenya to Eritrea. Thirdly, viewers, US government is ready to reinstate AGOA for Ethiopia, but one condition. AGOA is African Growth and Opportunity Act, which allows some African countries to export some products to US without taxes. Ethiopian textile industry had free, tax-free access to American markets under AGOA. But we know that at the start of this year, US removed Ethiopia from AGOA after human rights abuses committed during Tigray conflict. Ethiopia protested. It tried to do some lobbying as well to stop US from suspending it from AGOA, but US removed Ethiopia. And after that, we saw that some businesses started closing in Ethiopia, and some companies fired workers as well in some Ethiopian industrial parks. And since then, Ethiopia has been trying to convince US to restore its status under AGOA. Now, reportedly, US shocked affairs in Ethiopia. Tracy Ann Jacobson talked to some Ethiopian government officials. And she said that Ethiopia can be reinstated in AGOA, but Ethiopia must ensure that international human rights investigators must be allowed access to Ethiopia, to the territories where they want to visit. We know that UN formed an inquiry commission, UN Human Rights Council, I think at the end of last year, to investigate human rights abuses, violations of humanitarian and refugee law committed during Tigray conflict. The three-member inquiry commission visited Ethiopia a few months ago. But Ethiopian government did not allow the commission to visit Tigray. The three-member inquiry commission wanted to visit Tigray. It had some meetings in Addis Ababa with Demake Mekonnen, Deputy Prime Minister. Commission member was seen, but commission was not allowed to visit Tigray. Now, US wants Ethiopian government to allow this commission to visit the areas where atrocities, abuses were committed. This is the condition being laid out by US government for reinstatement of Ethiopia for AGOA. Let's see, will Ethiopian government agree to granting access to this commission to Tigray? Lastly, viewers, Oromia region of Ethiopia, where almost a week ago there were deadly clashes in East Wellega, in Wellega, Western Oromia. Hundreds were killed, and the killed are from both ethnic Amhara and Oromo groups, mainly Oromos were killed. There are some Tigrayans too, and tens of thousands were displaced due to the fighting in Karimo, Gedayana, other areas in East Wellega. Videos are being shared showing large number of people who were displaced due to this renewed violence in Western Oromia. We have a clip for you showing the people who were displaced from Gidayana, which is in East Wellega zone of Oromia. Uh, so far, it seems there is relative calm in East Wellega. But that is what happens in Western Oromia, that we see one incident, there is calm for a few days, weeks. Then again, same happens. So this violence going on for years. And so far, no permanent solution has been found because there is no uh, engagement among all the players for a comprehensive solution. Only we see announcement of start of some offensives against OLA. The offensives lose pace, and then we see the same resumption of violence in Western Oromia. What this clip showing displaced people from Gidayana, which is in Western Oromia. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.